white wolf.
Oh, the White Wolf. Oh, with another hit. We're feeling good. We're feeling nice and cool from the beer we just drank. It's episode 169. The number of times I've 69 with someone. One time. This is Alex Woody, your host of this beautiful podcast called Midnight in the Bay. And I usually have a couple, wait till it hits midnight, and then I hit the record button. So that's what's going on right now. It's February 15th, right? And day after Valentine's Day. Did you guys have diarrhea too? Yeah, my wife said she made the mistake of saying I could have one chocolate when I was really high. She's like, you can have some. You can have one. Ish. When you're high, one is not a number that comprehends in your mind. It's 10 or finish the damn thing. Let me tell you, I finished the damn thing. I had to buy her more chocolate. You ever do that? That's the problem about getting high on Valentine's Day. You finish your partner's gift. I had to get the expensive chocolate too. You know, you can't just get a Hershey's bar if you care about the person. If not, fuck it. If it's like a hooker or something, side piece. Hey, here's some Skittles, bitch. Suck. But I'm not that type of guy. But if you are, you know, that's how you act. But my girl, she's a high class woman. I just want her to stay around so I get the expensive chocolate, right? That's the whole thing. You gotta pamper them a little bit. And if they say, oh, you know what? Don't get me anything. That's code for get me something. Don't fall for that. I fell for that for 5 years. She was like, you fucking prick, you ever gonna get me a gift? I was like, you said so. You said there's times in the relationship. I don't know if you ever experienced this where you're like, I've showed how dumb I am. Why are they still with me? But let me tell you, you got to get a Christian because they love a charity case, right? They love helping out the charity cases, and I am definitely one. Proud. I'm a proud charity case. I'm happy to be here. My hairline isn't. Where'd you go? I'm looking for you. It's like losing the remote. I was looking all over the house. Where'd my hairline go? What the fuck? So that's fun. I drove up to Lake Tahoe. It's the mountains here in California, and saw a license plate that said "Still Hard." I'm like, that looks like an old car. You might want to see a doctor. So I don't know if you drive in the snow. I don't. I maybe once, twice a year, okay? And I hate it. And it's snowing. I'm gripping the steering wheel so tight. My arms are just ah. And by the time I'm out of the mountains, clear of the snow, my forearms are like pulsating. My body thinks I just masturbated because they're just so tight and amped. They're like, horrible. Uh, Driving not in snow, so much easier. I give you snow people props. And you guys don't give a fuck. I'm driving. I can barely see snow's coming, and guys are zooming by. Vroom, vroom. Like these guys are psychos. Like apparently, people are afraid of death in the mountains because these guys are doing 80 miles an hour in a blizzard. These guys apparently, I guess, are used to it because I don't know how anyone could drive like that in those conditions. I could barely see. If my grandma was in front of the car, I would have hit her and I would have been fucked up. So that was very stressful. And I'd pull over and have a couple of these, you know. I like driving though, compared to having someone drive you, because if I'm gonna die on the road, I want it because of me. I don't want it because of someone else. You know what I mean? And that goes for any death. Dying because of someone else's, idiot. What's the word? I was just gonna say idiocy. God, I really need to start reading. I'm not gonna die because someone else's mistake. I want to die from my mistake, right? Like I know how I'm probably gonna die. I think I'm gonna die from eating peanut butter and not grabbing a drink to go with it. Look at me, Marilyn. So that's some people can predict their death, and I'm predicting peanut butter and jelly sandwich, no water nearby, on the kitchen floor. My son's gonna go, yeah, my dad was great. At the funeral, he's gonna go, oh yeah, he's great. Mom, mom met a guy with money. His name is Darnell. He plays for the Warriors. I like this guy. He knows Curry. See you, Dad. That's why I'm afraid of dying, because this motherfucker, whatever new dad he's gonna get, it's gonna be an upgrade. It doesn't have to be Daryl. It could be like Ed. He, he works and doesn't complain. He doesn't get mad. Oh, we're we're laughing. You gotta laugh at yourself and everything. Oh man. Nah, the kid loves me. I think. I don't know. He never says it. Like my dad. So apparently, in news, let's get out of Tahoe because I'm having flashbacks of the snow and crazy locals. In news, apparently there are these chairs that tell your boss how much movement you're doing. And my first thought was, I hope my boss doesn't get these chairs. He's going to be like, we see that your chair was moving violently at 10 o'clock in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. Both times the chair stopped moving, and it seems like you got up and went to the bathroom. Do you know anything? Like, can you explain this? I don't do well in confrontations. You know what I mean? My point is, stop it. How much tracking do you need to do? I bet you this chair was invented in China. Have you seen when they make these iPhones? The work conditions are horrible. They have nets around the buildings, so if people jump off, they can catch them. That's how bad the work conditions are. People want to kill themselves, and the work isn't letting them. They're like, no, 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 you come back. That's like almost like slavery or something. That's horrible. And it's 2021. You know, I thought that slavery got abolished, but apparently just in this country. So over there, they have these chairs. Well, they probably have them here in the tech companies. Those weirdos like to spy on everyone. We see that you took a poop today, Gerald. You're supposed to be analyzing 100 different YouTube videos. You need to meet your quota. Yeah, I'm cool off of that YouTube. Yeah, I worked for YouTube. I'm surprised they never saw me steal all the alcohol. They have alcohol all over the place. I'm like, fuck it. you know, they never said one thing. They probably just watched me. Look at this fat fuck alcoholic over here. He thinks we can't see him. You know what? At YouTube too, they have they have every toilet has warm water. What's it called? Bidet. So they have warm water, a bidet installed in the toilet, so it sprays on your butt every time you go to the bathroom, and you can hold the button so it just stays flushing. I tell you guys, couple bad days, I held that button for like 10 minutes. I'm like, you fucking clean my intestines. The best was to chug a couple beers in the morning, forget who you were, and then hit that fucking that warm water. I'm like, life isn't that bad. You know what I mean? Felt like 72 virgin tongues in there. I was like, hey, I get it. I said, oh my God, that feels good. But I had to leave because I didn't like going to work, believe it or not. Too early in the morning. I feel like if I didn't have a wife or kid, or having a responsibility of taking care of people, I wouldn't be. I'd be unemployed. I have some friends that are just unemployed. They play video games. I can't even talk to them because I'm so envious. I'm like, what you did today? You jacked off 3 times and beat Cyberpunk. Oh my god! I wish I had your life. I wish I was an asshole and could leave my family, but I'm not, and I would feel guilty. He left us for Cyberpunk. What is that? Is that like some cute chick in a rock band? No, that's a video game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come over here. Never talked to that guy. But I, uh, I see these inventions, this chair, so your boss can spy on you. I mean, this is straight up no no privacy in the workplace. And that's why I don't work in an office. I drive for a living, okay? And let me tell you, not having a boss over you, oh, it's great. You're stretching out the feet, you're putting the hands down the back. Oh, yeah. You can't do that in office. I did this once when I had an office job. I went this is a 2 minute break. I was getting a headache, and the boss was like, "Tick, tick, 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 tick." I was like, oh, fuck you, dude. You know, let me take my beer and run. Mm, it's crazy. It's so much spying. You almost not have any freedom. And, the criminals don't even have any freedom. You can't even be a criminal nowadays. In the 70s, 80s, there's no cameras. No one's looking at people robbing. And now it's like, um, they catch you buying the ski mask. We see you're buying a ski mask, thinking about doing something. Get over here. We're checking you out. Let me talk to your friend. Oh, we were gonna rob. I'm sorry. Yeah, we caught these 2 people. They were buying. I mean, they're so far ahead of the game. It's gonna get to the point of, you ever see the movie Minority Report? What is it? Minority Report. What's the Tom Cruise one? Minority Report. It almost sounds like something the cops ask for. Hey, you got that Minority Report? Well, what the blacks are doing. Okay, cool it, cool it. No wonder they're getting funded, right? But no, this movie, it was about cops, ironically, but it was about, they had these like mystical women that laid in the water, and they were weird looking. It wasn't like a turn on, right? But laying in the water, and they can sense when a crime is happening. Okay, Minority Report. That's what it is. And they can sense, they can arrest people before they do the crime. We're getting to that point, you know? And these chairs are an indicator. Oh, we noticed you're hopping up and down on your chair. What's the deal with that? Were you masturbating? No, I was happy. My wife said she loved me. Oh, well, carry on. Yeah, it's too much. Everyone's going to start becoming a driver because they're going to exhibit a workplace. And then I'm going to get sick of driving because there's too many drivers, and I'm out of here. I'm got to find a plane or something and start flying because there's not as many planes up there. I like being out by myself. Probably because I can masturbate. No one can see me. These are jokes, people. Jesus Christ. Don't call the authorities. Oh, yeah, I'm not done coming. The news. COVID in the news. The old coronavirus. I don't know if you guys have noticed or read recently. China is not claiming any responsibility for the coronavirus. Um, they have had meetings where they're talking about this lab in Wuhan. They have proof that it's come from this lab, and they're denying it. And I just find that funny because I don't blame them. Who wants to claim something this bad? You know what I mean? Not even liars are claiming the coronavirus. Like, hey, those liars at like parties you go to. Hey, my dad started Elmer's glue. Those assholes that lie. No one's lying and saying, you know, uh, my aunt started the coronavirus. No one wants to claim that. Coronavirus is like that bag of Coke on the passenger seat of your car, and a cop asks you about it. Hey, what's this Coke? What's this Coke doing on the passenger seat? Oh, it's not mine. I swear it's not. It's a friend's. It's someone else's. I don't know where it came from. That's what the coronavirus is like. I don't know. It's it just happened. What? This isn't this isn't Jesus Christ. This isn't the what's that called? The Immaculate Conception. This is a virus. It had to come from something. Crazy. It is what it is. And other countries are, hey, we don't know where, it just jumped over here from over there. Other countries aren't taking responsibility because, there's rumors too. It might have not come from China. It might have come from maybe McDonald's in Italy, some fat Italians, blah, blah. You know, I know that was horrifying when I just showed you there on with the chins, but it's all right. Speaking of driving, I was driving on the freeway, California, driving, saw a billboard. It said, Ohio, come live here. An advertisement for another state in California, right off the freeway. My first thought, how desperate is California for money, where they're letting other states advertise, hey, come live here. Not where you're at, but come over here. It's better. Like California's like admitting that they're such a shitty state. They're like, yeah, I was right. Like, beat it. Like you're gonna see more and more signs. California needs the money. They're always asking for money. Ball players, NFL players, professional athletes, NBA players. They don't want to come play here in California because of the taxes. You know. So I find it funny that California admits that they're shitty. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we have a shitty government. Like Gavin Newsom up there just goes up there like, it doesn't look good. I know. We're not trying at all. This is a shitty state. Carry on. That's pretty much the whole conference. Um, anyways, we need to get a smart person in the office. You could tell Gavin Newsom's not smart because he doesn't hold his forehead like this, or doesn't touch his chin. It goes like this. That's how you could tell someone's smart when they touch their head. If no one touches their head, they're not smart. You didn't see Trump touch his head, you know? If someone goes, or they're thinking like this, they just this. That's the smartest man alive. Get that man as president or governor. So, keep an eye out when voting comes up for California or for the next president. They got to be touching their head. And I ain't talking about that one too, you gross five. This one, okay? Grandma, I know you're out there. You're a little bit of a freak. Watch it. I got a Fitbit. Yeah. That's not a sign that you're overweight when a loved one buys you an electronic thing that calculates how many steps and how much calories you're intaking. Oh, why'd you get this for me? Oh, just why don't you be healthy? AKA, because you're a fat piece of shit. Come on, get moving. I wanted more sex. You're fat and you gotta take a break during sex. You know what I mean? I was like an NBA player the other night. I was like, Gatorade, 2 minutes. I was like, help, coach. Time out. So we got the Fitbit. We're gonna get in shape for the old wife and her friend vibrator. And my Fitbit will track how much movement I'm doing, and it said I was playing a lot of sports recently. You know why? Because it says it seems like you've been playing with balls. I'm like, yeah, masturbate. Yeah, this thing can track when you masturbate. I mean, it thinks I'm playing sports. It's kind of right, but isn't that crazy? I'm telling you, I think the people that made those chairs made the Fitbits. I mean, they're just tracking everything. It's crazy. It's dude, our whole bodies are gonna be fucking tracking devices. Crazy, but hey, I will wear it if that means you know I get in shape for the cookie. How many how many things have men gone through for that vajay, for the vagina, for the puss? Think about in the past. What was that? Troy? what was that? The Trojan horse, all that. That was for a woman. Cleopatra, Helen of Troy. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Men went to war over women. No, I'm fucking Cleopatra, not you. Come here. No, I like fucking her. Die. I mean, I think that's kind of why they killed Jesus. I think a lot of people were in love with him. He was so beautiful. He had the long hair. And the gay men in the Jewish community, they're like, oh my God, he's beautiful. I want to fuck him, but he's too beautiful. You got to kill him. I can't be gay. It's not right now. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just said that, but we're trying to expand ideas here. it's um it's crazy. But anyways, let's have a beer after that comment. I am definitely going to hell. That just punched my ticket right there. that is entrance. Concerning Jesus died because people wanted to fuck him. You may enter hell now. At least I'm gonna be wanted somewhere, right? Hey, we're gonna fuck you in the ass with a fire stick, and the devil's gonna laugh in your ear, but you get to do comedy for an hour every night. Fuck it. You ever not realize how bad you smelled? Like you're checking your shoes, you're smelling the cat, and then you smell the seat cushion that you're sitting on, and you're like, whoa. You're like a twist in a movie. You're like, it was me the whole time? What? That happened to me last night. I was like, what? And my wife was like, yeah. By the way, women don't like it when you smell. Hey, by the way, I have anxiety. You have an anxiety? You have anxiety? It's not a car. It's a emotion. It's a feeling. Thanks, Mom, for doing drugs during your pregnancy. I Some people have an emotional support animal to deal with their anxiety. I have an emotional support joint. Yeah, I like to smoke weed. And I realized after smoking a joint of the old grandma's lettuce, why would I ever need an emotional support dog when I have weed? If I get high enough, my pillow can be a support animal. I mean, it cuddles the same amount, and I don't need to take it outside to poop every hour. Then maybe you can write off the idea of taking care of something. I don't know. It's just way easier to take care of a piece of green than an animal. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people that have the support animal, they get more stressed out. They're like, where is it? Where'd it go? You know what I mean? Like, this thing's barking all the time. Like, there's some people that got a support animal and the dog was horrible. The dog's eating everything and their anxiety is even worse, right? Marijuana, you get the right strain in the right conditions, you're feeling good. And you don't need to take care of anything. If you're selfish like me, it works out. What also blows me away? People that say, I don't want kids, but they have like dogs. You know what I mean? You're already taking care of something. Oh, well, animals are different. Really, because it seems like you guys compare them to kids all the time. You know what I mean? The people that say, well, kids suck, but love the dogs. Those are the people that are like, yeah, I know what parents go through. Oh yeah, you should have saw Maxwell. He got in to a fight with a raccoon. Oh yeah, It's a dog. You know what I mean? You're taking care of something already. Get a kid. You know, I don't get it. You're already doing it. Now I get the people that don't have any animals, don't have any kids. I get those people a lot. I kind of envy those people. I don't want an animal. And you know, once you get a kid, it's not like you return them. Yeah, I can't tell my wife, you know, can you put it back up there? I'm really want the freedom. I want the spontaneous sex again. You know, can't really do that. Animal, I guess you can, but you're considered an asshole, right? Anyone that's turned an animal in the shelter, like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this thing anymore. They're looking at you like, you fucking piece of shit. But really, it is a pain in the ass, and really, it is like having a kid. Like I know people with dogs, and like my parents, they're like, I mean, we gotta walk it, we gotta feed it, we gotta make sure it's give it attention. I'm like, that's a fucking kid. You know what I mean? I have a brother, and it licks my face and nuts. I don't get people that I hate. I can't stand kids. They're the worst. Come here, Eddie. Come on. Stop eating mama's tampons. I'm like, really? Because your dog sounds great. I love the weed. I love the weed because it doesn't eat my wife's tampons and gross me out. I like it because it relaxes me. Um, but the one problem we all can agree with is the early set of dementia you can get with it, right? I forget sometimes I smoke. One time I forgot where I parked my car. Swear to God, it wasn't, dude, where's my car? It's like, fuck, where's my car? There's no one else around. I remember I called the cops. I called the landlady. I reported it, and then I realized I parked it in a different spot because I was hanging out with Mary Jane and her sister Hash and her cousin Edible and her second cousin Resin. I I had once I realized I had to call the cops back and say, hey, my wife misparked the car. I couldn't take the blame. I'm a coward. Horrible. I was like, yeah, she might have an alcohol problem. I think I added to it to make it myself look better. We've all done shit like that. Stop it. The landlady knew. She's like, yeah, I knew you fucking still have the car, you dweeb. But you get too high, and I was in the car the other day after a night of smoking. I get in, and all my FM stations on the radio, they're all different. They're all like, what the fuck? All my presets are gone, right? And I'm thinking someone broke into my car. I'm like, what the burglary? Call the cops. I'm yelling. My neighbor's like, this guy's out of his mind. And I'm driving, and you ever get this after smoking a lot? The next day, you're like, you don't realize what you did the night before until like 11 in the morning, right? Noon. You're like, oh my God, I changed all the presets. I was screaming at the radio last night. I don't remember that. I might have dementia. That might be a mental health problem. That might not be weed. I used to, the funny thing with weed is I used to not want to talk to my parents when I was like stoned. And it's funny because now that I'm older, when I get high, I worry about them. I call them. I was like, "Hey, you guys all right? You fine?" It's like I want to talk to them. You know, it's odd how that reverses. Let me tell you, they have brought some of my highs down. Do not call them. That is a bad idea. I don't call them anymore now. I've made the mistake. I'm like, "Are you doing all right?" And my dad be like, "Oh, blood came out of my butt." I'm like, he's dead. This guy just eats a lot of food. That's the reality, right? My mom, grandma's about to die, COVID. She's such a worry. I'm like, oh, I'm high. And this is fucking horrible because when you're high, things are bad. That's why sometimes I get mad at my wife. I'll get stoned. She knows that I go outside and then I come in the house and she's like, let me tell you about this. I just watched this. You're gonna die of this. We might have black mold in the house. I'm like, hey, you know I'm high. You want to take it down a notch? It. I don't get people that don't have sympathy for others, or not sympathy, like driving. If you're not watching other drivers, you're not a good driver. You know, if you're not paying attention, you're not a good person. You know what I mean? You got to pay attention to how people are feeling and stuff. No experience here. I just say what's ever on my mind. I don't know how to do that. But I look at others like, come on, you're better than me. You know I'm high. Why are you talking about someone that looks like me and I'm the same age that just died randomly? You ever get that? You're stoned, you're having a good time. You think about the time you fingered Jenny when you were 18. She was wearing your Boston Red Sox hat. By the way, what is that? You were you put on a backwards hat on your girlfriend. You're like, ooh, kind of gay. But anyways, and yeah, fucking realize that where was I going with this? Fuck. I forgot where I was going. Thank you, Beer Lee. Thank you a lot. I have no idea. Um, okay. um, don't call your parents high. I guess that's the moral of the story. By the way, so easy to be a food critic. So easy. Stop it. Saying it's a hard job. I heard a food critic say, "Oh, this is such a hard job." Why stuffing his face? I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, it looks really challenging. You either say it was good or it was bad, and then the next couple paragraphs you just say it's good or bad, but in different ways. Oh, it was delightful. Hey, but let me tell you, that was that part of it not delightful. They should have done this. You know what was good? This part, but you know what? I didn't really like that. I've seen in other things. It's like back and forth. My head is spinning. You know what I mean? It's like anyone could do that. Fuck off. You know, my grandma could do that. And by the way, too, I'm not taking any food critics out there that are skinny. Fuck off. You fuck off. You know, I don't trust you. Food critics should be fat because fat people know food. Can be skinny and give advice. If I see a skinny chef in a restaurant, I'm out of there. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. In other news, I was leaving work, and a coworker told me to be safe out there. And I told him I had a gun, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And then I looked down. Yeah, gun. Pea shooter. I told him, kind of winking, and he's like, "Oh, I got you." And I was like, "Yeah, it's loaded, and it hasn't been fired for a while." Son's a real cock block. Yeah, you think kids uh, aren't cock blocks? They are. They're worse than the ugly friend. You know that ugly friend that never gets laid? And they're like, yeah, he's horrible. He's just come home with me. He's not cute at all. And you're cute and you guys are hitting it off. But that friend washes everything away. Kids, they always do that. Kids are like, come on, I want to sleep in your bed. I'm not going to bed. Fuck you. Dead smells. Ah. You know, and then you're tired and she's tired and there's no hanky panky. It's the worst one. You're not gonna have sex when they go, looks like you don't want to have sex. And you're like, you got your peanuts out. You're like, that's a bad sign. They're tired, you know. What if shitting smelled good? You ever think about that? People would be following fat guys around. Come on, is you got fart? Come on, fat boy. Like pervs would be chasing chubby guys in the bathroom. I want to smell that. Hey, hey, I caught you trying to smell my fart last week. Get out of here before I call the cops. You know, lunchrooms, restaurants, breakfast establishments would be in bathrooms. Ah, the aroma here next to the stall has gotten better since that fat Mexican walked out. You know, like if places weren't in a restaurant in bathrooms, people would be like, this place, it stinks, you know, and stinks in like a good way. Like it doesn't smell at all. We need it out of here. Like, I don't know. Thank God it's not like that, right? The high thoughts. By the way, this podcast is brought to you by, but probably for not that long because it sucks. Silvertongue Audio. Go to silvertongueaudio.org and you will see free podcasts available right there. Mine, if you've listened to every other podcast and you actually like the sound of my voice, all my episodes are there for free. How about that? And then you got this other podcast called Dazed and Disturbed. It's a podcast about dark subjects that the host shines a little light and humor with the help of his co-host, Mary Jane. All free episodes right there. And then you got the oh, what's it called? The NPC podcast, the non-player character podcast. It's a video game podcast which with hosts that are in the industry. It's great to have someone that actually knows what they're talking about. And they also talk about addiction, something we don't know anything about, right, guy? So go to silvertongueaudio.org to get free content. People stormed the Capitol. What was it? A month ago? Around the same time, I stormed the bathroom. Both disastrous, you know. Um, I haven't seen my dad since this whole Corona thing happened, and I've talked to him on the phone, and it seems like he's hanging out with like right wingers because a lot of his jokes are like, "Yeesh, the guy didn't have the phone on speaker with the window down, stopped at a light next to some black people and Mexicans and Asians. I would have gotten murdered. Yeah, I don't know if I like your friends. You get me in trouble. Maybe don't come to my comedy show. It is what it is. He's an old white guy. What do you expect? You know what I mean? But the whole thing is I'm a little worried because I haven't seen him for a while, heard from him, and the Capitol thing just happened. You know what I mean? In our conversations leading up to it, it was like Trump's the Messiah. Have you talked to old people? It's a little creepy. And believing in the conspiracy, QAnon, he's God, he's your uncle. I'm like uh I'm like blown away by all the fake news he's caught up in. It's like all these millions of people caught up in the fake news. I think the Capitol was a wake up call. Like, "Eesh, this is where fake news can get you to." But even my in-laws, they're Mexican. Like one came over from Mexico and they're Trump supporters. That's how crazy uh, this news is. It's it's so what's the word? It's like cops and these fake, maybe not cops, but like Ripley's Believe It or Not. It's like, look at this, it's amazing, believe this, and it's like bullshit. I mean, it's some guy with a fake trick. And that's what Trump is. He's got all these fake little tricks, and people are like, oh my god, the little red ball, what cup did it go in? Oh my god, this is fun. There is no red ball. The guy has it behind his back. Those are three fake cups. You're gonna get ripped off. You know, this is uh, this is all an illusion. And I wouldn't be surprised if my dad stormed the Capitol. Uh, I would tell him you did a horrible job. That was a coup. That's what I tell him. That was a coup. Really. I I'm really grateful that idiots stormed the Capitol and not smart people. Smart people, if they stormed the Capitol, this is how it would have gone down. We're in position. No one's seen us. We're in. We're taking them out. Everyone is down. Yes, we are chopping off Nancy Pelosi's head right now. Like people, like the left are like, whoever smarter than the people that stormed, it would have been game over and things would be different. But these idiots stormed, right? And thank God. I'm not saying I'm happy they didn't do a good job. I'm saying thank God they didn't do a good job. Thank God they went in there and was like, they like forgot. They like smoked weed, like me and the FM station, forgetting my presets. And they walked in there like, what we are in here for? Hey, let's take a selfie. Oh my God. Hey, I'm stealing that. That is a great piece of furniture. They totally forgot about taking off Nancy Pelosi's head or like stealing information that could help them. They didn't do anything. They didn't light anything on fire. They didn't take a shit and smear it on the walls. They didn't do anything destructive other than breaking windows and scaring the shit out of people. And I think actually one cop did get injured. I mean, I should like downplay it. I'm like, they didn't do anything. But for the most part, a lot of the shit I saw, it was guys laid up in the fucking chair and going like this and being like, hey, take a picture of me. It wasn't like, hey, we got guns. We're fucking slicing off fingers and hands and heads. We're killing people. We're doing something. They didn't do that. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful they weren't like villains from a movie. They were villains from a movie, all right, but from like a spoof movie. It wasn't like an actual, if it was like villains from a Gerard Butler movie, I would have been freaking out. But there are villains from like Police Academy, like, oh, what do I do? And we're grateful. And we're grateful that we don't know if our dad was there or not, because if he was there and I knew, we'd have to report him. Sorry, Dad. Make sure you leave me some money for Christmas. By the way, you know who loving all this capital stuff and us figuring out the country and the I guess the arguments that are going on, the battles between the right and the left. You know who's loving that? ISIS. They're like, we don't have to do any work. These guys are going to destroy themselves. They're loving it. ISIS is lazy. Nothing's happened since 9/11. You know what I mean? They're like, that was good enough. Let's just play soccer. Oh, football. They haven't done shit. They've been doing a lot of stuff around their country. I'm like, you pussies, lazy. Like fucking assholes. They're like Trump. They love Trump. Trump's like, they think Trump's Middle Eastern. Like he's not one of them. He's destroying everyone. He's great. I think they're. I think ISIS is like kind of happy with Biden. They're like, oh my God, this guy's gonna fall asleep and accidentally hit the nuclear button. Yay, 72 Virginians, you know, are loving it. Um, I think Trump was high during the whole pregnancy because he believes in those conspiracy theories. And the only time I believe in conspiracy theories is when I'm high. So I'm like, this guy's got to be high. Like, what normal person would, not even normal, what person in their right mind would believe in this stuff? It's so out there. And I think I'm really dumb. I'm not just saying that to be funny. I'm really dumb. And I don't believe in these conspiracy theories. So how can this rich guy who's got his name in gold believe in it? I almost think those names should come down. I'm like, this guy is such a dumb fuck. Why does he have his name on the building? You might as well put Eddie with the helmet on from the town. That guy who got to score the touchdown at the end of one of the games because he was the best water boy on the team. That guy should have his name on the building. If this dork head is believing these conspiracy theories, you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Apparently, you could be dumb and have money, just like this Gorilla Glue lady I talked about on the last podcast. She puts Gorilla Glue in her hair because she ran out of hair gel, and it's like, hey, I did this. I'm dumb. Oh my gosh. She goes to the hospital. It's like a big ordeal. The doctor even waives the fee. Like, hey, this lady's so stupid. Let's just fix her hair for free, right? A $12,000 operation. Waive the fee. God bless the doctors and the nurses that got the work on this and waived the fee and not take care of COVID patients. Bless their hearts. That's amazing. I would have taken the money and be like, bitch, you're stupid. I'm gotta fix you, and there's people dying in ICU from COVID. Give me that money. I don't care if you have to take a loan out. But God, that's why I'm not a doctor. God bless these people. That's why I'm an asshole. God bless these people. So it turns out, the lady got her fixed from the doctors, bless them. And then she now has a bunch of money that was donated from people online. Like, what? You're gonna donate to someone that grabs stuff out of the garage to put in their hair? You want them to do more dumb stuff? It's like enabling a drug addict. Here, give give money to this drug addict who's just gonna go buy more drugs and kill himself. That's what this lady's gonna do. What's next? You're gonna put bleach in her pussy and see if that cleans it? Come on. You're paying for this lady's bleach. You know what I mean? It's amazing that you can get money for doing something stupid. I mean, I guess that's why Jackass was in business for so long. But wow, maybe I need to get out of comedy and just put an ant hill up my ass and see if the ants eat me from the inside out. Let's see. Hey guys, I think I'm dying. Send money. It's I guess America is the country that if you put your mind to it and you know a little guts, you'll get what you want. You know, it's the land of the free, and apparently it's the land of the dumb, and it's not free to be dumb anymore. Unbelievable. I've never bleached my asshole on purpose, just on accident, going in the bathroom after the cleaning lady put bleach in the toilet. Ow, that was a burn. That was horrible. But let me tell you, got it licked a couple times. Had a little fun. You know, they'll get drunk and they'll do stuff, right? Your partner, they'll get drunk and they'll do stuff. Oh my God, what creature come out of you? What friend have you been talking to? Have you gone on my history? You know what I mean? I swear they'll be. I'm like, oh my, okay, I won't cheat on you. You ever have those sexual encounters? Those are the best. Sometimes on Valentine's Day, they're just, and you're like, okay, okay, this is great. I love you. You know, I I hate it though when they don't remember what they say because they're caught up in the heat. I'm gonna suck your dick upside down tomorrow. You're gonna get it. Oh my God, you're gonna come all over my face, on the dog, on grandma. And then the next day comes and you know, you wait till nighttime, you're like, this is gonna be fun. Is grandma coming over? And then no one shows up. The dog is sleeping, and you go, hey, you remember what you said last night? And they don't remember, and they think you're making it up. And the funny thing is, you are. You could say whatever to them. Hey, you remember you said this last night? Okay. I used to say that ex-girlfriend. Hey, I heard you said you wanted to try out. What? Okay. You know, hey, if you haven't had any for a while, get your girl drunk, and then have a conversation with them. And if and they will say stuff that is going to be nasty. They're going to say stuff they want to do to you, and they might do a little preview action that night. Make sure to record that, okay? So you can play it back for them the next night, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to have to lie. That's the worst. But, you know, I guess you could lie if you're the devil. Hey, you did say this. You said you were going to do this. You're going to bring your friend over. Both of you guys are going to suck me. What? Huh? Actually, could get you in a deal, a little threesome deal. Hey, yeah. You're a cute friend. What? You find her cute? I mean, you know, your friend. Yeah. You said you wanted her over and you're going to lick my butthole. And I'm like, hey. I did? Yeah, okay. I'll call her. All right. That worked? Thanks, Alex. You didn't hear it here. Going for it to hell for sure. And a handbasket. I do stand up too, just for people if they're realizing, oh my God, is this guy crazy? Like, no, I'm just trying out kind of funny ideas and being wacky because that's all I have left is wackiness. I just want to have fun. There's nothing else to do. I'm taking it back old school where you would hang out with your cousins and say wild shit. That's what we're doing right now. You guys are my cousins. It's 1995. Mom closed the door, and we're just saying funny ass shit and trying to pass the time. That's what we're doing. I wanted to ask you a question since you guys already know I'm going to hell. You think retarded people go, I'm so retarded when they mess up on something? Okay. My grandma wrote that joke. She wanted me to say it. Don't be mad. A coffee drinking competition would end messy. Let me tell you that. Eesh. Ready, set. It'd just be instant diarrhea. People would have to be wearing big rain jackets or like ponchos, rain ponchos. Like, okay, hey, you guys are in the splash zone. Get ready because this big guy, he drank a couple espressos. It's gonna be a wild competition. Hang tight. Oh my God, mom, this is my first shit competition. Yeah, not for me. When I get off of work, I'm like a black guy from the early 2000s in the Bay Area. I'm just doing this face. Eh, 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 eh. I'm just so hyped up. I think all my endorphins release when I get off of work. I'm like, thank God, let's get out of here. Life's not that bad. Because at work, you're like, if I had a fucking gun right now, but as soon as you get off, you're like, life's not that bad. Work was easy. What is that? You do something hard, and then when you get off, you're like, that wasn't that hard. My wife always said God, my wife, her ex, before me, had a bigger dick than me. So I guess you could say she took a dick cut to be with me. Like some people take pay cuts to get a better job. She took a dick cut to be with a better guy. Hey, hey, hey. By the way, I have internal Tourette syndrome. That's where I just say random swear words in my head throughout the day, aka just being a middle-aged adult, just living the life. I got my kid a babysitter. It's called PlayStation. I got it so I could finally have sex with my wife. Remember, kids are the biggest cock block. Speaking of kids, kids are hostile. My son had a friend over, and I promised they could have cereal like in the afternoon for a snack, and I was eating some just when I told them that because I'm such a dickhead. I'm like, yeah, you can have some later. I'm eating some, and I was like a communist government. Yeah, you can have a little bit, but I'm gonna have a lot right now. And his friend goes, if you eat all that cereal, I'm gonna kill you. I was like, I'm like, kids are too honest. They just say whatever's on their mind. And if they're not your kid, you don't know what to believe. And this kid looked me right in the eyes and said that. If an adult said that to me, I'd be frightened, you know? But it's a kid, and I can punt this kid like a block away. Like Chucky never scared me. The little Chucky doll. And that's what this guy is. He's like a little Chucky doll. It doesn't, I could, oh my God, you jumped on my neck and you're trying to stab me. Fuck off. You know what I mean? No one ever did that in Chucky. And that's what I do with this kid. You ever picture punching an annoying kid? Let me tell you this one. You'll picture. And this guy, he's over. I'm happy my son has a friend to play with because usually he's got to play with me and I got to put a diaper on and act like his brother. I'm like, oof, thank God I get to act like an adult. And I'm showing the kid around my apartment, wife's cooking, son's all happy, his friend's checking out his apartment he lives in. And I go, hey, what do you think about apartments? And the kid goes, houses are better. I'm like, dude, I want to kill you even more, motherfucker. If I ever become a serial killer, you're the first one. I hate you. I mean, but they're brutally honest. I mean, honesty is good for you. You know what I mean? I had someone recently deny me to do a comedy show. They're like, yeah, I don't think you'd fit for the show. I'm like, hey man, been losing weight. I think I could fit through the door. He's like, I don't know. I don't think you're good for this comedy show. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I like your honesty. Now I'm gonna be writing a ton more jokes, open up my own show just so I don't have to invite you. I get to say, hey, no, you don't do my show. Yeah, healthy. It's like that. It's like that honesty from that guy who said I can't do a show makes me want to be better. Makes me want to actually open up my own show just so I can deny him. We're doing therapy in the wrong way. The kids, I think they're almost too honest. Adults can't do that. Hey, I think your girlfriend's fat. Boom! You know what I mean? I did that one time. I banged on this guy's car when drunk outside a bar, and I said, "Your car sucks." Ah! Thank God he dropped his wallet. We spent all his money and peed out the window. Guys, my name is Alex Woody. Thank you for listening to all these wacky ideas that are in my head. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. It's kind of the popular thing to say. And you can email me. You know that. Midnight in the Bay podcast at gmail.com. Hit me up. You want me to talk about anything? You want to know any tour dates that I have coming up? I will be in Sacramento doing a headlining gig on February 27th at it's BBQ Burgers and Smokehouse. Hit me up on the old Instagram _Alex Woody Comedy. I'll hook you up with tickets, okay? _Alex Woody Comedy tickets for February 27th. Headlining, I'm gonna be doing some time. I got some great stories that'll make you chuckle, and we're just having a blast here. We're forgetting what we're saying. We're just having fun. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. All right. White Wolf, take it out, baby.